Hey Sharon, you're fast. Hey, I'm gonna see if I can screen share, okay? And I want you to tell me if you can see this. Okay, share screen. Again, I don't think it worked that time. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. There's something I'm trying to share. Okay, I'll try it again. Can you guys see this or not? Can you see my video file? But that's not what I want to share. What I want to share is this. Can you see this or not? I'm not sure how to do this. um, let's see. Okay, maybe this is a way to do it. I'm having another idea here. Okay, let's go for Lady Justice. Okay. And then, can you see this? Can you guys see me searching? Nothing? Okay, hold on a minute. Let's see if I can open it. I have to find it here. Bear with me. It should just take a second because I think this will work. Okay, now I think this will work. Now let's see. We'll try it again. Share screen, share screen. Allow. Okay, that's this screen, right? So now I'm gonna switch to a different screen and tell me if you can see this. Can you see this? It's a picture of Bella. It's a purple background with a picture of Bella. Can you guys see this? Good. Okay. Sharon says I see it. Isabel says yay. Susie says, hey, Claire and Sebastian. Claire says evening all. Okay, let's do this then. Oh, wait. Why is it buffering? It's buffering. Okay, that's this screen. I'm going to do it again and tell me again if you can see Bella's picture. Okay, can you see Bella's picture? Did you guys see Bella's picture just now? Cosmic said, uh-oh. Okay, I'll do it again. I'll do it again and tell me if you see it. Can you see Bella's picture right now? No? Really? I wonder why. I'll do it again. Can you see it now? It says you are sharing. So you should be able to see it now. It's on a purple background. And then the picture of Bella sucking her thumb. Okay, let's try it again then. I'm going to... Oh, you're saying yes now? What? So you guys did just see it then? So it did work? Okay, good. Okay. This is what I'd like to do. If you guys are interested in seeing some of Christopher Watt's wife's own words, okay? Because a lot of you might not be aware of this, but there have been a lot of social media posts and comments and whatever that have actually been removed. So a lot of people who maybe have just recently become interested in discussing the case of Christopher Watts may not have seen these screenshots before. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this again. I'm going to be on the other screen, so I'll be talking. If you don't see the screenshots by chance, I'll just go ahead and read them, but I won't know whether or not you can see them at the same time. So, okay, let's just go for it here. So I'm going to hit share screen. And here we go. Here comes the picture of Bella again. Oh, nope. It's doing a different one. So I want to read. There we go. Here's Bella's picture. Okay, I'm going to turn the sound off because I can't figure out how to do the audio. So I'm going to turn the sound off. I've got the sound off. So this is a video that I did. Both children are sick again. The case of Christopher Watts. And pay attention to the date on the screenshot, June 22nd of 2016. And remember that I think it was the month of April and a little bit into May that Christopher Watts' wife was saying that she was in Indianapolis. And she was June 22nd of 2016. And the reason I point that out is because before that point, when she had all those posts saying she was in Indianapolis checking out at the hospital, before that point, I did not see any disturbing posts on her Facebook about the children being sick all the time. So what happened in April or May in Indiana? What happened? And then what, a month later, Shanann Watts checked into Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children in Denver with Bella Marie Watts and 4 others. And she says, one of them is at least happy, exclamation point, hashtag poor Celeste. Now this is July 6th, 2016. That's just a couple weeks after the previous one. Oops, it went fast. Hold on. I'll back it up to this and hit, oops, it went too fast. I'll back it up to that and hit stop. Okay, this is just a couple weeks later. I'm going to say Shannon Watts because that's where her family named her. Shannon Watts added a new photo at the Vista Adventist Hospital, Colorado, July 6th. So that's just, like I said, a couple weeks later. Here we go. July 12th. So this is 6 days later. 6 days later. Shannon Watts checked into Children's Hospital with Bella Marie and 3 others. And she posted, I can't remember what it was, how many hours, but it was some big number of hours. Why do X number, 3-hour, whatever, appointments have to be during nap time? I don't know. Have you ever had a 2 or 3-hour appointment or whatever that number is? I can't tell because there's a line drawn through it. Really? 6 days after? Really? Here we go. September. Shannon Watts checked into Children's Hospital, North Campus. And then it says something, I can't read it. And it's Bella Marie Watts. At the bottom it says, well, pneumonia it is! Exclamation point. It should switch to the next one soon. I don't want to try to move it ahead manually or I'll move it further, but it'll switch soon. I think it'll switch soon. There it is. That's a picture of Bella. And again, I think it's interesting that she was saying she was in Indianapolis for like a month or a month and a half. And then within just weeks after her long visit evidently in Indiana, then all of a sudden these posts start appearing about how terribly sick the children are, saying that Bella had pneumonia and saying it pneumonia it is, right? It just seems rather curious if you ask me. Oh, I know what this is, because I'm sitting here thinking, why on earth is this going like this? This is where I'm reading the list of all the dates into the video. I'm reading the list of all the dates into the video where she posted on social media, both kids are sick again. And here's the thing about those lists, that list of those dates, they were after that month and a half where she was posting that she was in Indianapolis, right? So what happened in Indiana? And why then did she suddenly start posting that the children were sick all the time? Allison's asking, where did these come from? Where do you think they came from? Yes, Cosmic, lots of Tylenol. DG says the connection isn't very good. Is it better now that I'm not sharing the screen? DG, can you tell? Cosmic said she didn't live in Indiana. Don't have one says it is better when we're not sharing the screen, so that's good. Now I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to go ahead and play it. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm just going to grab my pen and I'm going to jot down the dates in this video where she posted both kids are sick again, okay? And again, if you guys are newer to discussing this case, you may not have seen any of these screenshots before because there has been many things scrubbed that we've been discussing over the last 2.5 years. Not that it's the same issue at all, but it's worth mentioning. This is why so many of us are saying NK didn't have anything to do with it, because we already know she didn't. But when there's so many things scrubbed, it would be hard maybe for newer people to know. So, okay, I'm going to play the video and listen and try to hear those dates. Let's see here. I'll get up to that part. Oh, wait, this is a different one. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Let's see, how can I share this? This is a different one. Munchausen by proxy. Okay, let me take a look here. There's another thing I want to show you. So I have to search and see MUN. Okay. Save. Okay, so let me make a note here. Okay, before I do that, now let me go back to both children are sick again. Before I do that, let me check in with you guys. Can you hear me okay when I'm talking, when I'm on the other screen? Okay, here's the information on both kids are sick again, okay? Get ready. I'm just going to be reading dates, so it might be a little boring, but please pay attention to the dates. Okay, here we go. December 17, 2016, January 9th of 2017. Did you hear that or no? Did you hear my voice say December 16 of 2016 to January 9th of 2017? Allison said yes. So did you hear my voice say that before I said it the second time? If so, then I'll go ahead and play that and you'll be able to hear it just once instead of me repeating it. Okay, here we go. Okay, did you hear any of it, you guys, or no? Okay, I wrote it down really fast while it was playing, so I'm going to go ahead and read it just like I read it in that video, okay? You ready? Now keep in mind, before she was checking out in Indianapolis saying that she was at the hospital day after day after day after day for like a month or month and a half back in April or May of 2016, before that, she wasn't posting all sorts of stuff about the kids being sick, okay? She wasn't posting stuff about the kids being sick. And then she posted out over and over again that she was checking out at that hospital daily, right? And then she went roller skating at one point, and she went to Applebee's at one point. What was she doing in Indianapolis? Why was she staying in Indiana, right? And then, boom, she's posting just weeks later about the kids at the hospital. And then weeks after that, pneumonia. She says, pneumonia it is, right? Exclamation point. And again, and again, and again, right? And then we have December 16 of 2016. The people who have contacted me who insist that there was an open CPS case tell me that December of 2016 is when it was discovered, okay? So get this. December 16 of 2016 through January 9th of 2017, December 16 of 2016, continuing through to January 9th of 2017, both kids are sick again. January 28th, 2017, both kids are sick again. But wait a minute, they weren't sick for 5 days straight when Cindy was watching them. And then she got home from her 5 days in the sunshine. And on January 28th, 2017, both kids are sick again. March 5th, 2017, both kids are sick again. April 1st, 2017, both kids are sick again. May 7, 2017, both kids are sick again. June 11, 2017, both kids are sick again. July 14 through the 21st, both kids are sick again. October 7th, 2017, both kids are sick again. November 6th through the 11th, both kids are sick again. December 21st through the 28th, 2017, both kids are sick again. Remember, that's when she stopped paying the house payments. And both kids were sick for a week. January 18 through the 22nd, 2018, both kids are sick again. February 27, both kids are sick again. April 1st through the 5th, both kids are sick again. April 6th, stomach bug, Bella. April 10th, stomach bug, Cece. May 14, both kids are sick again. July 19, Bella she said July 19 that Bella had bad allergies. August 1st of 2018, Cece had an ear infection. You know, a lot of this information about the case of Christopher Watts has been scrubbed in the last 2.5 years. So maybe it is hard for people who are newer to the case to recognize what so many of us who have been discussing this case for 2.5 years have recognized. I agree, Allison. And think about this. Why was she in Indiana? Why? And why was that information so quickly not made public, right? And then after staying in Indiana for a month or a month and a half, checking out at the hospital, getting a little roller skating in, then all of a sudden, monthly, pneumonia. Both kids are sick again. Both kids are sick again. Both kids are sick again. But think about this. We've heard that this one had that procedure and that one had this procedure, right? In this list, both kids are sick again means they were both sick at the same time. Over and over again, monthly. And sometimes even more often than that. We're not even talking about all of the visits supposedly about, familial Mediterranean fever, right? Or the procedures for EOE or the allergists, because, the kids were severely anaphylactic and deathly allergic and all that stuff, right? And if you guys were listening to the last live chat, remember when I read that post where she was complaining about how evil and stupid and whatever Christopher Watt's parents were, in her opinion? She said she was protecting Bella. Really? Because the day she had her breakdown, she claimed she was protecting Cece. You see what I'm saying? Okay, now I'm going to try something else here. It'll take me just a second. I'm going to try to pull up another one for you guys to see. Here it is, I think. I've got to double check and see if this is the one because I have quite a few of them. It's buffering. Okay, I'm going to try to screen share again. So let's do this and then you guys tell me if you can see it, okay? Let's see here. Share screen, allow. Okay, now take a look at this. There are some more screenshots that if you're new to discussing this case, then you may have never seen these screenshots before. Okay, you ready? Here's a video that I did. I hope I have the right one because some of my videos I just have one picture and I talk the whole time. I think this is the one I'm looking at the screenshots in it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have to keep looking. Oh yeah, this might not be the right one. Oh, darn it. Yeah, this one I'm just talking the whole time. Okay, that's not the one. So let's try this again. Munchausen by proxy. I only see one so far. And there's one that has the screenshot and one that doesn't, evidently. The other one I'm just talking. So let's see, how do I find it? Let's see here. How do I find it? Because I have it open on my computer. Tell me if you can see this. Can you see something that says Munchausen by proxy, the case of Christopher Watts? I hope you say yes. Did you see that or no? Tell me if you can see this, you guys. I'm going to put something up there. Tell me if you can see it. Can you see this? It says Munchausen by proxy with a question mark. And that has a screenshot of one of Shannon Watts' Facebook posts. Can you see that? Yes or no? You can see that, Sharon? I hope that means yes. Yes? Okay. This too shall pass, move on. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Okay, good. Here we go. Can you see it? Munchausen by proxy, the case of Christopher Watts. Now take a look at this. I'll turn the sound off first. Okay, the sound's off. I'll hit go. Okay. This first part is July 12th, 2016. Okay, remember, Indiana, April, May. Oops, I thought I hit stop. Hold on a minute. There. Okay, so there was already an entry for June 22nd that the kids were sick, that Bella was at the hospital, right? Or no, this is the one with Bella. The one June 22nd, I think, was Cece. So keep in mind, before Indiana, we didn't see these posts. That she's in Indiana for some reason, or she claims she's checking out at some hospital for like a month or month and a half. And then June 22nd, that would have been just a few weeks later. And then July 12th, that's just a few weeks later. Shannon Watts checked into Children's Hospital with Bella Marie Watts and 3 others. July 12th, 2016. And this is what she said. Why do 4-hour appointments have to be during nap time? Why do 4-hour appointments? That was the number I couldn't see because that other one had that red circle on it in the other video. Well, here we see it clearly. Why do 4-hour appointments have to be during nap time? Why on earth does this little baby have a 4-hour appointment is the question. And then take a look at it. July 12th, 2016. Within, what, a month? Month and a half. Look at the big smiles. Attention, attention. Why do 4-hour appointments have to be during nap time? I don't know. A lot of us in this group are parents. Did you ever remember having a 4-hour appointment for a baby? Okay, here's another one. Let's see what it says. July 12th, 2018. Okay, that's another one from the same, from that 4-hour appointment. It says Shannon Watts added a new photo at the hospital in Colorado. Okay, let's see what the next one says. Okay, let's see what this says. April 27, 2015. Oh, there was one before. There was a post here. I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier when I said that there wasn't. Maybe what I was, I guess, maybe not the prevalence, not the monthly routine after Indiana, because this was in 2015. Here to see the allergist for Bella. Look at how cute Bella is in this picture. Isn't she a cutie? But just imagine taking a baby that tiny in for those allergy tests. Are you kidding? Let's see what the next one says. Okay. It says Shannon Watts tested positive. She's writing, tested positive for egg allergy on skin testing, drew blood, and we'll see how severe the allergy. In meantime, she's okay to eat eggs that are baked in foods. Still scheduled to see GI soon. And then somebody replied, "Aw, poor wee Bella." And Shannon Watts says, explains why she doesn't eat eggs and picks them out of foods. I want you to pay attention to something. Look at how many likes are on this post. You know, we're all pretty much led to believe that she had this big following of people, right? 3 likes. 3. Okay, let's see what the next screen says. Okay, it says the friend or the person, whoever on Facebook says, lucky she recognizes it. Looks like this person is from the UK, because, or maybe another country, but she said we, you know, poor wee Bella, and now she's spelling recognizes, not the United States way. Lucky she recognizes what is bad for her. One of my sons is intolerant to leafy green veggies. He has a rare allergy to them. Shannon Watt says, I know. I assumed it was a texture thing, but doctor said she knows they don't make her feel good. She literally picks them out of potato salad, etc. Look at how many likes. Her previous one, her previous comment up here at the top where I have the little arrow, 1 like. Her comment here about Bella picking eggs out of potato salad, 1 like. Let's see what the next one says. Shannon Watts says, he said since she tolerates them in baked goods, that he thinks she'll grow out of it. And look at this, 1 like. Again, we're led to believe she has a massive following of people. She's so successful, right? 1 like. The person on social media says, poor Bella. Another person says, aw, good luck, Bella. Another person says, the allergies suck. Ella wouldn't eat a banana or an avocado. Guess they do know best. Okay, I'm going to click out of here for just a second. Let's see. Just to check in with you guys. Can you guys see what I'm looking at or no? Can you see what I'm reading? Are you able to see the screenshots or no? Oh, you can't see it when I'm reading this stuff? Oh, dang. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and keep reading. Let's see here. Okay, I'm back. Can you guys see me now or hear me now or whatever? Because all of a sudden something dropped me out. I'm going to keep on reading those screenshots, and if I can figure out how to get them up there, I will. Let's try it again here. I'll hit entire screen. Maybe that'll be the difference. Let's see. Okay, here we go again. This one said, oops, it kept going. I didn't turn it off. Hold on, I got it back up to where I was. Okay, there's one, poor Bella. Okay, this one says, July 21st, 2016. July 21st, 2016. We're talking June 22nd, July 9th, or whatever it was. Now July 21st, okay? Shannon Watts and 3 others. I don't know about you, but I don't take people with me to, right? I mean, and 3 others? Really? It says, I see many hospital visits with this crazy monkey. Walking plus corner wall equals major egg. Hashtag my boy child. Hashtag my daredevil. Hashtag walking equals more injuries. Really? Walking equals more injuries? That poor baby. Look at that goose egg. Oh my goodness. And remember, July 21st, 2016. Okay, now let's see what the next one says. July 7th, 2016. Team Flamingos. Shannon Watts is with Ella Marie and 3 others at the hospital. We'll see what the next one says now. Okay, click. Stop it. March 12th, 2018. Okay, this was when the kids, remember, had to both get tubes in their ears. On March 12th, it's a picture of Bella, and Shannon Watts writes, she is not impressed with being back at the ENT. We need a frequent flyer card. Okay, we'll see what the next one says now. It's still the same picture, so I must have been getting very verbal in the video when I made it. Because I hesitate to make it go forward with this little thingy, because then if I go further, then it's hard to find my place. But it must be I was talking a lot during this part, so I'll try to go forward here. There we go. Okay, stop the video. Somebody says, don't feel bad. We were there twice last week. Shannon Watts says, I swear we need our own room, LOL. We will be back Thursday for surgery for both. And then one person clicked on it with like a tear, as a sad face. One person. She's posting on social media that the children will be having surgery. Both children will be having surgery Thursday of that week. And one person acknowledged it. Just one. So this, to me, pretty much puts it all in question as to just how many followers or how much of a downline or how many, clients, right? You see what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what the next one says. I don't know. I don't like the way she said that they need their own room because they're going to be there so much. April 29, 2015. That was the one about the GI around the same time. Here to see the GI today. Oh, that poor little girl, for Pete's sake. November 5th, 2015. Follow up with Dr. Ambruso or something like that. I don't know how to say that name. Follow up with the doctor, I'll just say. So I was wrong. There were appointments before. July 8th, 2015, with Bella Marie. December 18, 2016, Bella's turn. She has been asking to go to hospital all week, like Cece. Well, here, excuse me. Well, here we are. Croup and ear infection it is. Hashtag need frequent flyer card. Hashtag they know us by name. I don't know. Have you ever had one of your children beg to go to the hospital? I don't think so. February 4th, 2016. Ugh, another one. Posing for the camera in the hospital. August 4th, 2016. Posing for the camera in the hospital. August 4th, August 4th. These are all from the same time. August or April 7, 2016. Really? April 7, 2016. Let's go look at that one again. Yep. July 19, 2017, in the hospital. July 19, 2017, in the hospital. July 19, 2017, in the hospital. August 4th, 2016. She writes, excuse me, she writes, between work and girls' appointments, I think we need to move to Aurora. That's where the hospital's at. Already live here. Ophthalmology for Celeste. Procedure next month for blocked tear duct. That was August 4th, 2016. March 8th, 2018. Finally have a doctor that I am extremely happy with. Both girls are scheduled to have tubes and adenoidectomy. Finally feel like we are getting ahead of all this. I'm waiting for the next one to come. Here, I'll move it forward. Because I get pretty verbal in this video. Familial Mediterranean fever. Have you ever heard of that before the case of Christopher Watts? I haven't. March 9, 2018. When you want to jump around, but you're too sick and tired, Y-O-U-R. Too sick and tired to hold your head up. The end of the video is the best. Hashtag sick and tired. Hashtag jump around. Must have gotten verbal for that one because that's the last, it looks like that's the last screenshot. Yep, it is. Okay. Okay, I'm back in StreamYard now. So were you guys able to see any of those in the photos or in the screenshots or no? I'm not sure if you guys were able to see those screenshots. You know, so for people who are like, oh, Mensa doesn't know what she's talking about the case of Christopher Watts. Yes, actually, Mensa is going by what Christopher Watts' wife said herself. Okay? I'm not just pulling stuff out of thin air, and I never have. It's just sad because a lot of the people who haven't been discussing the case for 2.5 years have no idea the number of posts and the videos and everything that a lot of us have seen that definitely are important to the conversation. However, they're no longer able to be seen. Well, until people like me get up here and show you. Oh, there's more too, you guys. There's more. Because that's what I was thinking. It's one thing for me to sit here and talk to you about, right? About this stuff. And to say, well, yeah, you guys, but what about Munchausen by proxy? But it's a whole nother thing when you guys can see the stuff for yourselves, or at least hear the words if I don't know how to work the computer. But, you know, this to me is very disturbing. To think that she was excited about both children having surgery. I don't know anybody who's excited when one child is going in for surgery, but to be excited about both children going in for surgery, I'm sorry. That to me seems like a pretty glaring warning flag. And actually, I was mistaken at the beginning of the video, at the beginning of the chat, I mean, when I was saying that I didn't remember seeing a whole collection of this monthly routine, right? But there were posts from 2015. It was going on before she spent whatever time in Indianapolis. And why is it that nobody has ever discussed Indianapolis? Why is it that this channel is the only channel discussing it? Uh-oh, Allison's ready to barf. What's wrong, Allison? Why are you saying I want to barf? I want to look at that again. Let me see here. I'm going to see if I can find that one, because that just, to me, that's so disturbing. Absolutely disturbing. Okay, it was before the familial Mediterranean fever. Here it is. I'm going to read it again. The very top, it says, Shannon Watts is happy. She's got the happy emoji. And then she writes, feeling relieved at Children's Hospital, March 8th, 2018. And I'll say it again. I know I just read this off. I want to read it off again. Finally, have a doctor that I am extremely happy with. Both girls are scheduled to have tubes and adenoidectomy, exclamation point. Finally feel like we are getting ahead of all of this. And then 3 or 4 exclamation points after that. I'm sorry, I don't know any parent who would be happy that both of their children are going in for surgery. That makes no sense. But remember, it was March of 2018. I wonder if Christopher Watts had found out yet that she hadn't been making the house payment for 3 months straight at that point. Allison said she wanted a disability check. I do think that she was trying to get the girls diagnosed with as much as she could get them diagnosed with so that she could get them on some sort of a disability. Michelle says you can't even talk about these posts in any groups on Facebook either because it gets taken down in almost all of them. It's crazy they don't care how the poor girls' lives were. Lydia says play some of her videos back in slow-mo. You will be surprised at what you see and hear. Interesting. Sharon said, oh, I wrote a message, then it said message deleted. I haven't deleted any messages. I've been over on the other screen. So I don't know, maybe the impressive whatever, maybe somehow are running our live chat. Because there are no mods on this channel. So if you have comments getting deleted, there's something wrong. Something weird, as usual. Allison said, I did too, but I said something bad. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any mods and I don't even know how to delete a comment. That's why I block people, because I don't know how to delete comments. Caroline says, well, their father killed them, so the problem's solved. What awful things you're saying. Caroline, I'm saying Shannon Watts' own words. So are you saying that her words are awful? Must be, because I'm reading off Shannon Watts' own words. Megusta says it's funny because when people posted those pics of the kids being medically abused, the Shiners flagged them for child abuse. Yeah, the irony there, right? The irony there. These photos are too disturbing to have on YouTube. They're too disturbing to have on Facebook. But yeah, let's just not talk about it, about the case, right? That's a really good point. DG said whoever asked about if the surgery did happen, that's not the issue. Most Munchausen moms get their children to get surgery all the time. Sharon asks if Caroline is a Shiner. I don't know. Caroline said, something, I want to be here by whatever. I have no idea what Caroline just said. Puffy said, bye, Caroline, the enabler. Allison said, Bob, Bob, Bob. Crystal said, bye, troll. DG says, yes, truth is stranger than fiction. That is true. Robin says, hello, folks, B.O.B. I think it's pretty disturbing, too, when you look and see how some of that stuff had just one like or one emoji or whatever, one person acknowledging the comment that was posted. One. And for 2.5 years, we've been hearing how she was so popular and had such a huge following, right? Well, if you have a huge following, you have more than one emoji. You have more than one person following you if you have a huge following. Oh, somebody is bringing in their devil crap. Nope, we don't allow devil crap here, hon. Run along now. There, I booted her out the door. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but many of them claim an allegiance to nasty things. So we're not going to have that in this channel. We're done with that bullshit. Exactly. Not today, Satan. Exactly. Be off. Be gone. You don't belong here. Jolie says, look up Baby Wise and know while you do that she followed it strictly and promoted it. Yeah, don't rock your babies. Why rock them to sleep when you can just grab some Tylenol and Benadryl, right? And I'm kidding. Obviously, I do not think that's a good idea. Robin says, what have I missed? Robin, you know that can get you blocked, right? Be careful with that. I thought it was also interesting to notice that Shannon Watts spells your Y-O-U-R. Isn't that interesting? Jennifer Johnson says Baby Wise is a bunch of crap. Well, I have a feeling that Baby Wise probably isn't as bad as what we think, but I think that in this case it may have been used as an excuse. Think about it. What if somebody was concerned because the babies were crying and crying and crying, right? What would the answer be? Oh, well, that's just the program she's on, right? I'm sure there are a lot of parents and a lot of babies who use Baby Wise who actually have it be, a good experience for them, having their baby on a schedule. Back in the olden days, we just called it having the baby on a schedule, okay? Because Baby Wise is pretty much, feed, play, sleep, feed, play, sleep, or whatever. I'm not sure quite what Baby Wise is. And I get that. I don't agree with stuff like that, right? I think the baby should be fed when they're hungry. Right? It should, and I just wonder why on earth a parent would need to have a book to find out when to feed their baby, especially if it's true that she was nursing. Uh, that's a whole nother conversation, right? I think that the baby was crying and they were questioned about it, and I think that Baby Wise was the excuse for the crying, quite frankly. That's just my opinion. Julie makes a good point. Crying it out for a 2-year-old is one thing, for a newborn is simply cruel and traumatic. I guess what message do you want to give to your baby? Do you want to give your baby the message that their needs will be met, or do you want to give the baby the message that their needs can wait? Plus, every baby is different. Every baby is different. So how can they have a one size fits all? I don't get it. But again, I don't think she was a Baby Wise mom. I think what she was belonging to support groups online to try to promote herself and all of her MLMs that she was signing up for. And I think she probably found a Baby Wise group of moms and decided that they might actually have the money to send, to buy some caffeine coated band aids and really expensive protein bars, right? I don't even know how expensive they were, but I can only imagine. Cosmo says that she told Meacham in one live that she nursed while holding down 2 jobs. Well, I highly doubt she nursed, and I highly doubt she ever held down 2 jobs. Just my opinion, but I think we have been lied to about so many things about this case. And again, I'm going to say it again. We're told over and over again how she had such a big following of people. Well, if that's the case, then why was there one person, just one, liking her comment? And here's the other thing, people have told me that they checked on those likes and that she would like her own comments. So on those comments that only had one like, were those hers? Her own likes? You know what I'm saying? So why are we being told she had such a huge following? Okay, you know what? I'm going to drop the link because I can tell I'm like talking louder and talking a lot. So I'm going to drop the link if anyone wants to come on up, come on up. Allison is yelling at her screen. Well, that's better than vomiting. I think you were the one who said you were ready to vomit, right? Yelling is always better than vomiting. But it does. It makes you just kind of want to scream, doesn't it? Jolie said 6 to 10 likes on most things. So where is that huge following? Hey, Joshua, I haven't seen you in a while. Well, and if you think about it, if she claimed that she nursed, then she could probably join Facebook groups of moms who were nursing, right? And she could learn all about, how to put a warm cloth, all that. She could learn all those tricks, right? And then she could probably talk about them like she knew what she was talking about. I don't know, maybe her vitamins and stuff would help, produce more breast milk or something. Who knows what she claimed? Kathy Jo said she probably liked it from CW's account also. Exactly. Who do you think ran his account? Crystal says she needs a secretary for all that success that 6 to 10 likes would bring. Megusta says she didn't nurse those babies. She didn't even rock them to sleep. Kathy Jo says, I'm sure she liked it from CW's account. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then Allison said yes to Kathy Jo. Puff P says that her dad liked all of her posts too. Sharon says, why did no one help her? Her friends, her family, why didn't they help her? They must have seen she was a Fruit Loop, surely. I think that they knew that she had issues. I think she was on disability for a long time. And I do agree with you guys. I think she was trying to get the girls on disability too. Joshua says those poor little ones were forced to self-soothe. Shake my head. And I'll tell you, the part that is so disturbing is that last month where we don't see videos and posts, right? How bad was it? How bad was it? How much more did people know than we're even figuring out now? Why, when she was listed as an endangered missing, which is interesting, why did they use a photo from 3 years prior? Why didn't they use a current photo? We have a current photo from 2018 from that summer. Why didn't they use that photo? I'll tell you why. Because she looked exhausted. She looked not at all, excited. Okay. No, they used a photo from 3 years prior showing her pregnant. Because whoever chose that photo evidently wanted the public to react emotionally. Well, that isn't how it works. If you truly have an endangered missing, then you want a current photo. What good would the other photo be if that's not what she looked like? That isn't what she looked like. Compare the two. If I was better with my computer, I'd try to figure out how to compare the two. I'm sure there's a way. Yes, they were cherry picked to make her look her best. But if you have an endangered missing, and that's a whole nother video, right? Why on earth was she an endangered missing? Well, she wasn't 100 years old. She hadn't just walked away from a nursing home with dementia. So let's see, we can rule that out. What's the other choice? Oh, some sort of mental illness? Really? So they listed her as an endangered missing? And then they pick a picture from 3 years prior. Why? Law enforcement clearly expects to have a current photo. Curious C points out that she said in her text to Christopher Watts that she was not crazy. Really? Was she feeling crazy? Did she know that maybe she was over the line as far as the way she treated his mother? Did she know that she made a mistake and that she went too far that time? Renee, her current photo would have been the photo of her with the 2 children who were also missing. There's a photo of her and Bella and Cece, the 3 of them, taken shortly before she was listed as as all 3 of them were listed as endangered missing. The one at the restaurant, she was seated. She wasn't in full view. The photo of her and Bella and Cece, she was in full view. If you're doing a missing poster or if you're doing any sort of publicity to try to get the word out that there's an endangered missing mom and 2 daughters, then you're going to use a current photo that shows the mom and the 2 daughters. And I just want to mention, Renee, that according to the people who she was with for that sales training, she wasn't doing just fine that weekend. Private Pirate says, Miss Mensa, was listening to your video yesterday talking about her alcohol use. Poor Bella has many signs of fetal alcohol syndrome, including failure to grow and something anomalies thoughts. Well, okay, let me do this. I will go ahead and look up fetal alcohol syndrome symptoms because that's something I'm not familiar with. I mean, I'm familiar with it, but not enough to list off the symptoms. Let's see, fetal or the signs. Fetal alcohol syndrome. So we'll investigate this one together. I'm going to put in Mayo Clinic and just see what they say because they're usually pretty reliable, I think, with any of their articles. And we'll say signs. Okay, we have Mayo Clinic, fetal alcohol syndrome, symptoms and causes. Let's see what it says. Physical. Distinctive facial features including small eyes, an exceptionally thin upper lip, a short upturned nose, and smooth skin surface between the nose and upper lip. Deformities of joints, limbs, fingers, slow physical growth before and after birth, vision difficulties or hearing problems, small head circumference and brain size, heart defects, and problems with kidney and bones. So I don't think she had any of that stuff going on. Poor coordination or balance, intellectual disability, learning disorders, delayed development, poor memory, trouble with attention and with processing information, difficulty with reasoning and problem solving, difficulty identifying consequences of choices, poor judgment skills, jitteriness or hyperactivity, rapidly changing moods, difficulty in school, trouble getting along with others, poor social skills. I don't know. This doesn't sound like Bella to me. I don't know. But I don't know about it. So you tell me what you're thinking, Private Pirate. Crystal says type in fetal alcohol syndrome babies in images to see what the physical characteristics look like. Okay. So we'll go to Google Images. Images. Fetal alcohol syndrome babies. Well, I don't know. There's a lot to decipher here. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with it at all. So I don't know. Do you guys think that? I don't know. Okay, Private Pirate says slow growth, delayed development, anxiety. Oh, the upper lip area. Okay. She has all of these symptoms. Okay. I get what you're saying. I did think there was a limited vocabulary and also very, very shy, like super shy. But she lived with a mother who had the camera going, say hi, Bella, say hi, Bella. So maybe she was just like tired of it, right? Yeah, mommy, I'm hungry. Hold on. What? You want a laptop? What do you do when we want something? You put it on your vision board. Yeah, those symptoms, though, like the social ones and everything, those kind of sounded like somebody else. Crystal says hospital staff can detect fetal alcohol syndrome. They wouldn't have let SW and Bella leave the hospital after birth without a DCFS worker involvement. Well, I have had people contact me who insist that there was CPS involvement when Bella was a baby. Who knows? I don't know because like I've said in the last couple of days, a lot of people contact me, you know. I don't know anymore, right? As far as so many people, I will say this that some sound very credible, some sound very gossipy. But for the most part, the people who contact me and insist that they know certain things, they do sound very credible. And I hammer them with questions and I kind of like rapid fire questions and they don't miss a beat. Allison says, I think that she was giving those babies more than Benadryl, more like NyQuil. Well, I'm not sure, Allison, but I think when you combine the Tylenol and Benadryl, it's probably an interesting cocktail. Debbie says, a mother who loves me should be put on the vision board. I think she would have put living near Mimi and Papa. I think that would have been on her vision board to go live near Mimi and Papa. Allison says, check the knives. Paul says, maybe that's when the CPS involvement started. And remember, there are many people who claim it was even before that, right? Before Bella's birth. And all of this boils down to why are we told a storyline that seems so far off from what we're seeing her in her own words, right? Why? Why are we being told that she was a stay at home mom when both kids were in daycare full time? Why did she say she retired from nursing? She was never a nurse and she never retired. You know, I mean, that to me sounds pretty delusional, right? Delusional to say she was retired from the hospital. So, why is it that people fed into her delusions? 30 something years old, and she's posting on public social media that she retired from the hospital. And did anyone say, what do you mean retired? It's time for you to see your doctor, you know? And I know that I'm a lot different than a lot of you guys with my opinions on this case, but I'll put it right out there. I don't think she ever worked at the hospital. Sharon says if she was a nurse, then I was a solicitor. Cosmo says that SW said she never finished college. I mean, that's another example of what I'm talking about. The lies. Because if you're going to sit up there and go, oh, I never finished college, then what people think by that statement is that you were actually accepted into a college, that you actually attended school, that you actually did your homework, you actually did final exams, that you actually hung around for another term and maybe another term and another term, right? And that maybe in your second or third year that you didn't finish. I think it is so disingenuous, and I think disingenuous is too kind of a word. It is so wrong for her to say that she never finished college, when in fact she never got started in college. If she signed up and attended classes in one term, sorry, that does not make you a college student who had to, quit college. Now, technically, literally, okay, yeah, sure. She was a college student for what, 2 months, 3 months? But when you say, oh, I never finished college, that denotes an entirely different statement, right? Retired from the hospital. Wow. If you think somebody retired from the hospital, you think she must have gotten started when she was fresh out of high school, right? Somehow squeezed a 20, 25-year term into, 12 or 13 years with no degree. Jolie says, retired, AKA quit my job to become a glorified customer. And again, I know I'm different than you guys. I don't think she ever worked at the hospital. I don't think she ever got hired at the hospital. That's just my opinion, but I don't think she did. I think that she was so used to putting whatever she wanted on social media that she made whatever claim she wanted to make. And when you see her writing about how she's a caregiver, making it sound like she was a caregiver at the hospital, right? Okay, whatever. I don't know, how many times do we have to be lied to before we say, you know, is any of it even close to the truth that she's saying? Or is it all just one big story to make herself look good while she jumps into Facebook groups to try to get people's addresses so she can send them a sample? Oh, that's right, Puff Piece. I forgot. She put her first husband through college and he took everything from her. I highly doubt he put her or that she put him through college. I highly doubt it. Exactly, Jax. He had his service and the army. That is exactly, I'm sure, how he was able to go to college. I highly doubt that his wife put him through college. Puff Piece said yes, the military paid for it. The GI Bill, Nurse Tara says. Kathy Jo says endangered missing is defined as a person who meets one or more of the following criteria. Number one, due to age, may be unable to properly safeguard or care for themselves. Number two, where there is an indication of foul play or any circumstances which lead a reasonable person to believe there is danger if the missing person is not located immediately. Well, There you have it. That could be it. But look at number 3. The person suffers from a diminished mental capacity or condition that, if left untreated, could pose a danger. Number 4, the person is a patient of a mental institution and is considered potentially dangerous to themselves or others. Number 5, the person has demonstrated the potential for suicide. Kathy Jo, are you getting that from the Colorado website or are you getting that overall? Because if that's not from the Colorado website, would you mind taking a peek and seeing what it says for Colorado? Kay Cooper says, GI Bill put him through college, just like the GI Bill put my ex-husband through college. Daisy Days says, OMG, I never get notifications. Evening, all. Sharon says, hi, Daisy. Kathy Jo says, local memo, couldn't find Colorado, we'll look through, be right back. I agree with you, Jolie. And I think that they're doing that because of a video that she made, basically making it sound like she survived some sort of abusive relationship. I highly doubt that she was in an abusive relationship with her first husband. I highly doubt it. In fact, weren't we told, didn't he say himself that she stopped coming home at night and that she refused to go for counseling? Megusta said they didn't suspect foul play while they were referring to her being an endangered missing. The authorities also tried to cover up the endangered missing thing after the fact. Susie said, yes, he said that. Miss CD says, I wish her first husband would talk, and everybody's agreeing. They'd like to hear what he has to say. I think he's being very smart, though, to just avoid the whole thing altogether, right? Allison says about some movie where they say, I discontinued high school. Or if they say like they were in transition at the time, right? In transition. Nurse Tara says, I'd love to hear his opinion, but it's smart to stay low. Kathy Jo says, which agency issued the missing endangered? I don't know. Probably the Frederick PD, probably Weld County. I don't know. I would check Weld County, I think. Thank you for doing that, Kathy. Puff Piece is saying that's true, Lydia, like Markle. You mean like the sugars? I hear the sugars have been really active lately. Lydia says Markle is the perfect example. Well, I'm kind of curious if anybody has dug into the discovery to the degree of finding out whether or not they were aware of the social media posts calling his mother evil and his father stupid. Kind of sounds like a little bit of a rage issue, if you ask me. Also, kind of sounds like the possibility for a motive, right? Saying over and over again that they're not allowed to see the kids, they'll never see the kids again, right? Threatening the mother-in-law that the kids would never step foot in her house again, right? Did any of that ever make it into the Discovery docs? I don't think so. I agree, Paul. The JL interview was the most insightful interview of all. And I applaud him for actually speaking the truth, right? He said that all that Christopher Watt's wife had to do was see a commercial for a new illness, and then she would suddenly claim she had that one too. And he said very clearly that he did not believe that her health challenges were physical. That's like the most polite way ever of saying what a lot of us are thinking after we watch all those videos, right? Exactly, Allison. You have to pass a pretty extensive background check to be able to work at a hospital. And I highly doubt she would have passed it. I don't think she would have passed through the interview process. What is Indy? Maybe the money issues and Indy are connected. Oh, Indiana? Indianapolis, you mean? Bling is the new black says, I'm proud of you for learning how to screen share. I haven't learned it yet, Bling. We're not up to the audio portion and it only worked halfway through, so we're not there yet, but thank you anyway. I get an A for effort, that's for sure. Steve says for the rehab. He says in Indianapolis. Oh, Michelle brings up a good point. Would you be with me if we didn't have kids? And over my dead body, will the kids set foot in their grandparents' house again? It is in Discovery. Well, it sure seems to me that that information would have supported Christopher Watt's claim that he did not murder his children. I think I'm going to dig through some of the files, and next time we go live, I'll go ahead and pull up some more screenshots because there are plenty. You know, because I got to thinking about a lot of the people who are newer to discussing the case just don't know, right? Because if stuff's getting scrubbed, how could they know? Jolie says, why can't people grasp that she would have had motive? I think she had more than him. I don't think he had any motive at all. You know, I don't think he had any motive at all. I think he was leaving that marriage behind. I think the marriage was already over. And I think he would have gotten custody of the kids. Paul says, I like the last live. Little Mama was a hoot. I know it. That's the first time I've heard her talk. She's in the comments a lot, and I love her comments whenever she's posting stuff. So I'm glad she hopped right up there. Sharon says, I like seeing the screenshots. I'll keep trying to figure out how to do this with the techno crap. Daisy Days says, yes, I think we should go back to the start. I agree. I agree, because a lot of the stuff people don't know. Sharon says, the last live was fabulous, I think is what she said. Yep, fab. Jennifer says, exactly, Jolie, they used the affair motive. Baloney about the affair. And NK had nothing at all to do with it. And if there wouldn't have been so much stuff getting scrubbed, then other people would realize how silly they sound when they keep talking about NK. Jolie says spousal revenge filicide. That's my opinion too, Jolie. Crystal says yes, with SW Munchausen by proxy, CW would have gotten the kids hands down. Just show all the proof of SW mental issues. I think he could have waltzed into court with the video of her spraying Bella in the eyes. Allison said, I think it was Weld County, Kathy Joe. Miss CD says, gotta go to work. We'll be hopping off here shortly, Miss CD, so you won't miss much. But I'm kind of curious. Kathy Joe's researching the issue of endangered in Weld County, so I'm kind of curious what she's gonna find. I know my phone's going to be ringing shortly here too, so I hope we hear back from Kathy quick before my phone rings. Crystal says, have a good day, Miss CD. Jolie says, I'm glad I made it to a live. I'm always missing it and watching later. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, let me start with Kay Cooper. Kay Cooper, what kind of detectives and PD investigates a triple homicide without interviewing the killer's mother or mother of family or family and letting the R's run the whole investigation? That's insane. Misconduct, in my opinion. Kathy Joe, Weld County has nothing on missing and endangered. I was thoroughly impressed with Frederick PD until I realized it was Frederick, Maryland. Frederick, Maryland is a very impressive department, let me tell you. Very impressive. They really, that entire area, the state police, the Frederick County, and the city of Frederick also, they're all very impressive. Michelle, she even said in Arizona after the Lay's dog bill alert when she was looking up prices that she was going to confront Chris about it being a date in the morning when she got home. Spousal revenge killing. Lydia says SW was the only one who had a motive to kill Bella and Cece to punish CW for wanting to leave her, or possibly to deprive him of what I think he loved most in the entire world. And I say what, but I mean who. Kathy Jo, this is CBI. Missing, endangered, do not meet criteria established in statute or applicable rules for Amber Alert, Missing Senior Citizen Alert, Developmental Disabilities Alert, or Blue Alert. Okay. I thought, I don't know, that makes more sense than what that one guy said. Let me see. Let's Google Colorado endangered and see what that says. Endangered missing. Okay, I just pulled up exactly what, okay. Okay, here's something that hasn't been scrubbed yet. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to make a, hold on, guys. I got to figure out how to do this quick. Okay, I just took a screenshot. Now I've got to open this up and, because, you know, a lot of that I think has been scrubbed because I can't find it anymore. And just now when I Google searched, I found something that has been hard to find. Let's see here. So I took a screenshot and I'm saving it. Good. Okay, now back to this. Okay, CBI explains the difference between Amber Alert and endangered. So, an endangered missing alert issued for 2 children last seen in Colorado, blah, blah, blah. Why wasn't this issued as an Amber Alert? We reached out to CBI to get that question answered. Okay, 3-year-old, blah, 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 were last seen. A criminal intelligence analyst with CBI says an endangered missing alert is issued when the request doesn't meet the criteria for any other type of alert. There are 4 criteria, all of which must be met before CBI will issue an Amber Alert. An abducted child has to be under 18, and an abducted child must be in immediate danger of serious bodily harm or death. There must be enough descriptive information available to believe that a broadcast will assist or aid in the recovery. The activation must be requested by a local law enforcement agency. Really? So if all the first 3 apply, but the agency doesn't request it, then they won't do it. Okay. The Amber Alert obviously is the most serious, and we don't send out too many of those just for that reason. So that when they come out, they're taken very seriously. Really? But I think it's important to note that the missing endangered alert is still a serious alert. These kids are still missing and in some sort of danger. So they weren't just missing, they were perceived to have been in some sort of danger. Key words, you guys, key words. In this case, there was some sort of demonstrated danger to the children, talking about a different case, okay? Some sort of demonstrated danger to the children. So why were they listed as endangered missing if they were with their mother? Why was she listed as an endangered missing, right? I love it when I sit here talking and talking. I look at the chats and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Right, Paul. He wasn't allowed to drive the car in his own name to the airport. Allowed, keyword. Exactly, Kathy Jo. That article that I just read about a different case kind of went into it a little bit, that there has to be a demonstrated danger to be listed as an endangered, okay? As opposed to being listed as a missing. Maria says they lied to the cop and told him she was a diabetic. But isn't it interesting if they thought she may have been laying there like in a diabetic coma or whatever? that nobody called her name? Nobody ran through the house quick to see if she was passed out somewhere? Joshua says, yeah, because, wow, that Chris spent any money on himself when she needed shampoo. Wasn't that shampoo thing like at 2:30? And we're told, of course, that that was just an automatic order. What if it wasn't? What if she was sitting there trying to buy stuff online and she got mad because her cards didn't work? Because remember, we're told a lot of things, aren't we? Mary says, good night, everybody. Good night, Mary. And on this note, we're going to go ahead and say good night. I agree, Daisy Days. Daisy Days says, if that was my friend I was really worried about, I'd have kicked the door down. Exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you. So I need to go ahead and say goodnight, you guys, because I still have a lot of stuff to do. And the day is young. So enjoy the rest of your day and be safe, be healthy. I'm glad you guys all came in and we had a really good discussion. I'll go ahead and dig around and bring some more screenshots to our next live chat, okay? Good night, everybody.